Well, let's go ahead and talk about what the weather headlines are as we are wrapping up this work week. And we do have a little fine mist in some locations this morning. You can even see just how gloomy it is over my shoulder there with the downtown skyline, and some patchy fog with some of those low-lying clouds. We're not talking about a dense fog advisory or anything like that. Just a soupy start to the day. Now, we do hold on to isolated rain chances, but it'll be just that, very isolated. Most of us just dealing with the cloud cover for today, but the rain chances will become a little more prominent once we get to tomorrow evening. That's with an approaching cold front. And we'll talk about the details in just a moment here. I do have to point out, though, 80s are making a comeback next week, coming in full force, and it has to do with the change of the jet stream. So why has it been so cool? Well, we've been stuck in this trough of the jet stream that pulls in the cooler air from the north. This time of year especially, you want to be in that ridge, pumping in the warmth from the south and bringing you more of that summer-like weather. But that jet stream will be pushing eastward, that trough lifts, and we get under the ridge, and there you go. By early next week, now we're talking about substantial warmth, and the cooler air will then start to sink in off to the northwest. So temperature outlook for June, at least the first couple of weeks, we are trending well above average, and you'll start to see those 80s creeping in the 7-day forecast as we'll be turning the calendar. So right now, as we look at Metro Airport, it's a gray day, but it doesn't appear that rain's coming down there. 56 degrees at Metro, 56 in Pontiac, 55 in Grosse Ile, and 54 in Port Huron. The southwesterly winds are what are key today when it comes to temperatures rebounding a bit. It's still going to be a below average day, but by only a few degrees, as we'll be about 10 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. So as far as that visibility, we'll start to see improvement over the next probably hour or two. I think once we get to 8 o'clock, we'll definitely not be quite as hazy out there. However, temperature-wise, it's a similar setup to start. Not a big fluctuation in temperatures, but by this afternoon, you notice the difference as we're forecasting about 70, 71 for the afternoon high. Officially, we hit 61 at Metro yesterday, so it is going to be a 10-degree difference for today with the isolated rain chances, but you blink, you miss it. You can see what I'm talking about here. A little bit of green, kind of pockets here and there throughout the day, but most of us just getting the cloud cover. Better chance for that rain to arrive tomorrow. So here's a look at midnight where we briefly pull back that cloud cover, but clouds will increase a little bit throughout the morning tomorrow, and then it's going to be this cold front sinking in from the north that'll bring some showers into the evening from northern Macomb County towards Port Huron. But after sunset is when we have a better chance for some of those scattered showers and a few embedded thunderstorms to build in. Then they're out of here by Saturday morning. So for the Detroit Grand Prix Saturday, Sunday, mix of sun and clouds, either side of 70, pretty pleasant. And then the 80s returning Monday, even rising to the mid 80s by Wednesday of next week.